After getting his skewers, James made his way back to the others. With how delicious the food tasted, many of them planned on getting more of the skewers, so they were currently just waiting until everyone was full. While eating the food, James casually watched the other adventurers that were walking past their group. James noticed one of the groups getting waking leaves and some other medicinal plants. After we finish, we should go over to that stall and pick up some of the waking leaves and other items, James said to the group. Mim looked to where James was looking and nodded. It looks like a stall that specializes in medical items. I'm sure that we can find other items that would prove to be helpful. We need to find a stall that sells rations too, Adam said. Finishing off the meat and throwing out the skewers, James made his way to the stall. He was followed by Adam and Sam, who finished eating. Find everything you need when it comes to maintaining your health while you're on your request, the merchant called out to nearby adventurers passing by. Due to the stall not being the usual one that he'd frequent in the marketplace, it took a couple of seconds to organize where everything was in his mind. If I may, what are the three of you looking for? The merchant asked the group. Just the usual stuff, Adam said. Indicating the box filled with waking leaves, the merchant said, These waking leaves were just delivered this morning. I can definitely vouch for their freshness. Nodding at what the merchant said, James raised one of the leaves and smelled it. How is it? Adam asked. They're pretty fresh, James said. If you don't mind telling me how long your request is, I can make some recommendations. Also, the number of people you have in your group. The merchant rubbed his hands together, seeming to be happy about the chance of a sale. The request is a long one. We'll need to stop by other branches of the guild to pick up more supplies, Sam said to the merchant. There are also 10 of us, he added. Hearing that the group was composed of 10 people, the merchant's eyes widened in surprise. That's a pretty large group. And you said that the request will be a long one? He placed a finger on his chin, likely doing calculations in his mind. It was clear that the merchant had a lot of experience working with adventurers, which made James feel better about shopping at the stall. In addition to the waking leaves, I recommend some of the ointments that we carry here. The merchant moved to a different part of the stall and came back with several leather pouches. These are great to apply on a wound to prevent infection. And then there's something you can use if you need to numb an injury. Taking one of the pouches, James opened it up to see if it was different from what he usually used. Sam and Adam took the other ones the merchant had in his hands, opening them up. What's this one? Adam pointed at the ointment in his hand. I don't recognize it. Happy that he was able to explain something that Adam didn't know about, the merchant said, This is for removing your scent. The pungent smell of the ointment should make you invisible to many monsters and animals. James looked into the pouch and said, We might as well get it. There may be a chance where that comes in handy. I think that's a great idea. The merchant smiled at James's words. Seeing how happy the merchant was, James was barely able to keep a straight face. I can't really blame the guy since his business depends on adventurers purchasing his goods, he thought to himself.